without love, without concern, without love thy neighbor, right? It just raw knowledge does not benefit anybody. And I've known people that they get wrapped up in some factoid. They get wrapped up in it to where it becomes their whole identity. I've known people that get into the flat earth theory, okay? Let's take that as an example, where they make that so much a part, and not all of them, not everybody, but I've noticed a trait here, like you did with teachers back in the 80s, to where they've got to convince you, and they get all wild-eyed, and you know it's coming, right? Because it's that look on the face, right? Did you know that NASA has lied to you? And I'm like, oh, really? That's a big revelation. NASA lied about something? No kidding, right? But then they've got to... It's a thing where they feel foolish if you don't believe them, so they feel like they're on a mission to make you believe it. Do you know what I'm talking about? And going back to teachers, do you remember this? It just kind of quit, right? If you were a connoisseur of mainstream media like I was for a very long time, because, you know, I had to look at it because I was going to expose it, right? Because you need to know what Whoopi Goldberg said last night. The Grammys are satanic. Right? Anyway, because like nobody would have known because nobody watches it if we weren't all talking about it. But do you remember just a few years ago when, like, every other day there was a story of a teacher that was like 21 that was going to jail for having some kind of relations with somebody that was 16, and it was like every other day there was a headline about that, and then all of a sudden it stopped and it shifted to, well, look at where we are today.
Wait, boy, I tell you, Mike, that was a really weird time when all those teachers got, quote, exposed, pardon the pun. Mary Kay Letourneau started it. Mandatory has to start in the Seattle area, right? Everything crazy starts in Seattle. But remember, she had it was a big deal where she had a full-blown relationship. And she ended up marrying and having 2 kids with the guy. Did you ever follow that story up there in Canada?
No.
It was it literally was the epitome of this silly relationship. She went to jail for a long time, still married the guy. But what happened when starting hearing about these teachers, I mean, seriously, on both sides of the aisle, male and female teachers, I'm really surprised. And talk about it, just as a side note, talk about a vulnerable victim. Mike, a vulnerable victim is a teenage boy who's, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. They'll do anything, Mike. They'll do anything.
Yeah, but what about their